Hi there, I'm Sumit Bansal and today I have a brand new feature for you. I'm going to show you how to use Claude in Excel to apply conditional formatting. Now this is something that has just been released a few hours ago, and there are many more things that are coming to Excel if you use Claude inside Excel. Now Claude is an AI tool, and if you use Claude, you can do a lot of work with just speaking with it in plain English. So here you can see I have this data. And to get Claude, you need to go to the Home tab, and here you would have add-ins. Now, if you already do not have it, you don't see Claude in the ribbon, click on add-ins, and then you can search for Claude by Anthropic and then install it. Now, you do need a paid account to use Claude in Excel. You at least need their pro account, which is $20 a month. And once you have that account and once you install Claude, and when you click on open Claude, it will, the first time it is going to ask you to authenticate and connect your account so that you can use Claude inside Excel. So I've already done that. And you can see here I have Opus 4.6, which is their best model. If you want, you can also use something called Sonnet 4.5, which is a model which is not as good as Opus, but it's still pretty good and it consumes less credit. So if you have a pro plan, a $20 plan, then you can use Sonnet as well. And it is going to give you a lot more bandwidth, a lot more runway to work and do automation in Excel. Now here I have this chat interface where I can simply say what I want. As of now, it says A1 selected because it can identify the cells that are selected. So let's say I select this data set, and you can see it has it selected already. So anything that I ask it to do, it is going to apply this on this data set. One important setting here is ask before edits. Make sure this is enabled, because when you have this enabled, it is going to ask you before making any changes. If you select this option called accept all edits, it will not ask you, it will just make the changes, and then it may make changes that you may not want. Now in this case, let's ask it to just apply conditional formatting to every second row or every third row. So I would just come here and I would speak. Now I'm using speech to text, so I would just speak and it is going to put the text here. But if you don't have it, you can also type it here. Can you apply formatting so that every third row is highlighted? Now you can see that in this case, I'm not even asking it to use conditional formatting, but it should be able to on its own understand that conditional formatting is the best way to do this and do it. So let's see what it does. Yeah, so you can see it says using conditional formatting, and then it's asking for permission. So it's asking whether it should be able to make the changes. So in this case, I can deny it, I can allow it, or I can allow it once. In this case, I would allow always, but when you're doing it, just take a call and see what needs to be done. Now in this case, you can see it has already applied this. Now it's also including a Claude log file, which means that everything it does, it is going to create a new Claude log file and log it there. Now it's a good feature. If you do not want it, you can go to settings here and then disable session logging, so it won't do it, but I've kept it enabled because it's always a good idea to have a list of the things that Claude has done. Now if I go here, you can see it has applied this, and we can actually go and manually check what it has done. You can also go into Claude log and see the formula that is applied. So this is the formula it has used. I can also come here and I can select this data and I can manually go to conditional formatting. So here, and I can see the rule that it has applied. If you want, you can change the rule as well. So this is exactly how you would apply it when you're doing it manually. It's just that Claude uses the Office JavaScript API and does it for you. And if you want to make changes, you can either ask Claude or you can do it yourself. For example, if I come here and say, can you make it red in color? Also, I want to highlight every alternate row, not every third row. So now it is going to go back and change the formula and change the formatting so that every second row is highlighted and the color is changed. So again, here it asks me this, and it's a very important thing here. It's saying potential data loss because it is going to clear conditional formatting. So it's not going to make changes or overwrite anything without asking you. In this case, it says deny, allow once, or dangerously always allow, which is a caveat that it could be dangerous if you allow this. Let me just go with dangerous, and you can see it has applied it. Now it has started with the first row. I don't want that, so I can just come here and I can say, I want the formatting to start from the second row onwards, not the first row. And again, it is going to go into conditional formatting and make that change. Now, obviously, this is a very simple example, but if you're applying conditional formatting on multiple places or you're applying multiple rules, then you can just speak with Claude and it'll make the changes. Now, let's see another example. Here, I have this data set. So let's select this data set. And let's say I want to highlight all the rows where the region is, let's say, Germany. So I would come here and I would say, highlight all the rows where the region is Germany. Okay, took German, but I think it'll identify that I'm talking about Germany. So it's smart enough to do that. And it should be able to apply conditional formatting here. Now you can see that it has taken the same conditional formatting color that I have specified earlier, because it already has the context from the chat, and it has highlighted this. It is also going to go to Claude log, and it is going to log all the changes, so you can see all the changes there. If you want to remove conditional formatting, you can ask it to remove it. If you want to change the conditional formatting, for example, remove the conditional formatting and apply conditional formatting to all the rows where the status is inactive. Now in this case, it is going to remove conditional formatting. So I'm assuming it is going to first ask me, because it is going to make those changes. And then, no, it will not, because I've already selected skip all permissions. But if you have not, then it is going to ask you, and then it is going to change the rules. So you can see now all the rows where the status is inactive are highlighted. Again, you can go into conditional formatting and make the changes. Similarly, here I have this data, and let's say I want to highlight all the rows where the profit value is more than 3000. So I can just come here and I can say highlight all the rows where the profit value is more than 3000, highlight it in orange color, and also change the text color to green. So all the things you can actually do within conditional formatting, you can also just ask it to do it. Now, in most cases, it is going to do the right thing, but in case it ends up applying formatting that is not right, you can manually go and change it. So you can say, although it's not looking very good, but this is exactly what I asked, orange color and green text. So it has applied it to all those rows where the profit value is more than 3000. And finally, I have this example where I want to show you that you can apply multiple conditional formatting rules at the same time. For example, let's come here, highlight all the rows where the revenue value is more than 40,000 and the deal closed value is more than 20. So now there are two conditions, so it is going to check for both of these conditions. It is going to use a custom formula if it has to, or if there is any inbuilt setting in conditional formatting, and then it is going to apply that rule. So you can see that it has highlighted all those rows where the deals closed value is more than 20 and the revenue value is more than 40,000, I think. And in this case, let's say I also want to apply a traffic light formatting in the rating part. So I can come here. You can select this entire thing. It makes it easier. If you do not do that, it is still going to figure out that this is the data. Apply traffic light formatting to the ratings column, where anything above 4.5 should get green, anything between 3 and 4.5 should get yellow, and anything below that should get red color. And let's see what it does. Yeah, so you can see it has applied it, but this is not traffic light formatting that I asked for. So let's see what it does. It's probably going to think about it. If it thinks it's right, it's going to apply it. But you can see it can make mistakes. If this is not what you want, you can manually go and change it. Or you can come here and you can say, this is not traffic light formatting. It's just formatting the entire cell. I want those traffic light signal circles where it's green, red, and yellow based on the conditions I applied, conditions I specified. Let's see if it's able to correct it or not, although it has applied something. And I can see this is incorrect formatting because the cells where the formatting is already applied, they're not getting highlighted in any other color. But this is something that you can adjust manually. Let's see what it does. So it has removed all the formatting. Now it's probably going to apply the formatting again. So you can see the traffic light is there again. The colors are not completely, oh no, the colors are right now. And it'll probably also apply the row wise formatting. So it did go back, it checked that everything is looking fine, and then it has applied this formatting. Now it did remove the formatting that we applied earlier, so you can just ask it. Also apply row wise formatting to those rows where the deals closed are more than 20 and the revenue is more than 40,000. So it does have the context. It did realize that it has removed the earlier formatting. So it kept the traffic light signal and then applied the formatting that we asked. So you can see that this is not 100% perfect, but it is very close to being a system where you can just ask it to make changes and you don't have to actually go into conditional formatting. But if you want to, you always have this option. You can select the data, go to conditional formatting, go to manage rules, and you will see the rules and you can change these rules and you can add more if you want. Also, if you want any changes to be done within the rules, you can specify that and it will go back into those rules and make those changes. So this is something pretty useful. Conditional formatting is something that I use very often, and if you want to apply it on a large data set on multiple sheets, you can just ask Claude AI to do it, and it does it almost. It's almost there. It does like 90%, 95% there. It doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. Now, remember that this is still in beta. It's just been like 10-12 days since Claude AI is available in Excel, and this is only going to get better. So let me know what you think about Claude AI. Have you used it? Have you not? Are you planning to use it? Let me know in the comment section. I will be making more videos on all the amazing things that are coming to Claude AI. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon so that you never miss out on any new Excel tips video I come up with. Thank you and have a nice day.